Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the company update on Millennial Potash on Commodity TV. And of course, this program is on behalf of and paid for Millennial Potash. What a great run Millennial Potash had in the last 18 months. The stock is up almost 10 times. And this is not the end, ladies and gentlemen. Potash is in high demand as the food security is important for USA and China, as well as many BRICS countries. With the Banjo Potash project in Gabon, sits the company on the largest potash resources in Africa, with top infrastructure and heavy support from the government of Gabon. The company just released a fantastic new resource estimate with measured and indicated resources 275% up and the inferred resources 210% up. The measured category is now 11% of total resources from nil and M&I 41% from 36%, reflecting a much stronger resource confidence. The tonnage increased substantially and grades remained largely unchanged, which leads to the much higher resource but with continuous quality. More resources should allow for a much higher production profile than estimated in the 2024 PEA, further enhancing project economics. The PEA reported an after-tax NPV at 10% discount of $1.1 billion based on a long-term GMOP price of $387 per ton, and the spot is today $352 per ton. The US government added potash like silver and uranium to its critical mineral list to reduce reliance on imports from Russia and Belarus. Earlier this year, the U.S. International Development Finance Corporation, the DFC, committed $3 million to the Banjo project to support its development. The Banjo project is well positioned to become the first African mine supplying potash to the US, and Brazil is also in the play, as they import around 95% of its potash from Canada, Russia and Belarus. Next step is a Phase 3 drill program, followed by a resource update ahead of a feasibility study next year. With around 15 million Canadian dollars in cash and the DFC commitment, Millennial Potash is well funded to complete the feasibility study, which should lead to a construction decision or a possible M&A situation. Both positive for shareholders and the share price. Potash is up 25% year on year to $352 per ton. The supply pressures persist from Russia and Belarus disruptions, US-Canada trade risks and delayed new capacity. Also, BHP's Jansen project now targets a mid-2027 start with capex of well above $7 billion versus $5.7 billion previously. Management and insiders own over 40% of Millennial Potash equity and still rising, as we saw again insider buying in the last 4 weeks. Management has a highly successful track record in M&A with exits at Millennial Lithium for $490 million in 2022, Alana Potash $170 million in 2015, and Potash One with $430 million in 2011. The chart is in a solid upward trend channel and is open now to around 5 Canadian dollars. Longer term, we see closer to 6.5 to 7 Canadian dollars. In a merger, of course, that could be higher. We will see. I'm a shareholder of the company. You find all the information also on our Commodity TV app in German and English, plus all about commodities. Please note the disclaimer. The share discussed is part of the SRC Mining Special Situation Certificate, and I'm a shareholder, and also maybe my team of SRC can or will be shareholder in the company. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Switzerland.